Milwaukee Bucks beat Phoenix in game 3 to move within 2-1 in these NBA Finals. I'm going to give you a breakdown of what both teams need to do to win game 4, which is coming up on Wednesday. All right. Phoenix is still in control right now. I know that we tend, in the media and even fans, you tend to feel like the team that won the last game is in control of the series. Not the case. Phoenix remains in control. Don't tell me about momentum, because players tend to look at this thing game to game. Each game is its own separate entity. So they're not thinking about what happened in game 3 once they take the court for game 4. So that being the case, Phoenix is still in control. They're up 2-1. They have home court advantage, and they have beaten the Milwaukee Bucks 4 of the 5 times that they've played this season. So they obviously present some matchup problems for the Milwaukee Bucks. So here's what the Suns need to do to win game 4 and take a commanding 3-1 lead in this series. Look, it's simple, but you have to keep Deandre Ayton on the floor. I mean, you have to have somebody that can contest Giannis's shots at the rim, somebody that can protect the basket, because Milwaukee in game 3 attacked the rim relentlessly. And with Deandre Ayton out of there, it's that much easier. So keep him out of foul trouble. So that means you can't just play him one-on-one against Giannis. Giannis is going to draw fouls. So put Jay Crowder on him some. Obviously, Ayton will be on him sometimes, but you have to switch it up and not just leave him on an island guarding Giannis. They had a little success at times with the zone defense in game 3. You'll obviously throw some of that at the Bucks here and there. But defensively, they've got to pick it up. They've got to match the Bucks' physicality, because Milwaukee was very physical in taking that win in game 3. On the offensive end, well, it's simple, but you got to hit shots. Look, sometimes it comes down to who makes and who misses. And in game 2, I said it was an aberration that Phoenix made 50% of its threes, 20 three-pointers altogether. But it was also an aberration for them to shoot only 29% from 3 in game 3. So they need to get back around 38% of hitting their threes to win game 4. And then most notably, Devin Booker's got to do his thing. And look, there's reason to think that he will. I get that his shooting percentages have been down ever since he broke his nose, but that's okay. He still needs to give them between at least 25 points. I'm going to put it that way. And the evidence is that he can do that. Number one, in the first 4 meetings between these two teams all season long, Devin Booker averaged 27 points. That's the 2 regular season games plus the playoffs. So he can score against this team. He can get in the mid-range and hit his shots. But what they need him to do is bounce back, as he has in most cases this season. Look, he's had a bad shooting game in every series. Against the Lakers, he went 5 for 14 for 17 points in one game, bounces back with 30 in the next. Against Denver, he goes 6 for 14 for 18 points in one game, bounces back with 28 in the next one. Against the Clippers, he had a 5 for 21, 15-point night, bounced back with 25 in the next game. His 10 points in game 3 was the lowest of his 19 playoff games in his career. That's all this season, obviously. But he needs to bounce back, and that will open things up for Chris Paul and some of his teammates to get their stuff going as well. For Milwaukee, look, stick to the formula. I mean, myself and others have been calling for them all series, heck, all postseason, heck, all season. They're a big team. Brook Lopez, 7 feet. Giannis, 7 feet and long. What you have to do is dominate the paint. Look, we know you shoot threes today. That's what people do. But get the threes off your paint dominance for the most part. Giannis was incredible at the rim. All right, all 28 of his non-free throw points in game 3 came at the basket in the restricted area. 14 for 14 in the restricted area. 12 for 12, something like that. He was dominant. All right, his average shot attempt was 2 feet. 5 of his 23 shots he launched took place inside the paint. I don't need Giannis out here hoisting a bunch of threes or a bunch of mid-range jumpers. And then Brook Lopez can get his too, or you saw Brook or Bobby Portis cutting into the lane, and Giannis was able to draw double teams and hit them with good passes. So own the paint. If you own the paint, as you should because you're the bigger team, then that'll open things up for your shooters outside. Let's talk about those shooters. Mainly Khris Middleton and Jrue Holiday. I need you to stay high. Middleton really hasn't gotten high yet. He was good in the second quarter, the first half of game 3, but wasn't huge in the second half, but that's okay because Jrue Holiday showed up. They need to stay high. I need one of them on fire. And Jrue was on fire in the third quarter of game 3. All right, hitting all those 3-pointers. One of them needs to be on fire. The other one needs to be adequate. If they do that, they'll give Giannis the help he needs to win this game. Because Giannis is going to get his. All right, Giannis has been historically great in these last 2 games. And heck, 20 and 17 in game 1 coming off the hyperextended knee. Not bad. But here's the deal. They don't have an answer for Giannis. Not when he stays around that rim, I'll tell you that. Post-ups, cuts and dives, putbacks, transition buckets at the rim, the Euro step. He can get to the rim in a number of ways, and he needs to keep doing that and don't settle for these jump shots. But here's the deal. In the 5 games these two teams have played this season, Giannis has scored 40 or more than 40 in 3 of them. More than 40 in 3 of them. They have no answer for this dude. So dominate inside, Giannis, and then let Middleton and Holiday and then your other guys, Connaughton, Bryn Forbes, hit some threes. That's the formula. So we will see what happens in game 4. My prediction is Milwaukee evens up the series in game 4. Now we got a 2-2 series, and we're all hyped.
For the best stories, easy-to-find scores, and comprehensive team pages, plus access to every live Fox Sports game and exclusive bonus cameras, download the all-new Fox Sports app now.